Hey everybody, I've got three big announcements, but before we get into that, I just want to talk about where we're at and where we're going, just to set up the other stuff. So I started this YouTube channel probably back in September, and I've created over 73 videos. That's insane. I'm just like looking at this, I'm like, this is a lot of content. It's fantastic. You guys have been loving it. It's great. So what I wanted to do was basically take all my experience and plug it into what I've been calling the ArchViz Academy. And I know I've been mentioning it nonstop this week, but I'm excited because next week it actually goes live. So I want to talk about it a little bit just in case you've missed any of that information. So this is our work in progress site. I'm giving you guys a little secret, sneak peek into it. But I want to go through, what I'm offering here. And if you're interested, stick around. If not, I'll see you in the next video. But anyways, the ArchViz Academy, it's literally my brain dumped into a course. I kind of think of it as a college course. I've structured it that way. I basically have 15 different modules, and like every week we tackle something different. So I want to run through this and kind of explain what's going on. But the idea is I want to give you as much content as possible, all in a nice package. I mean, we're talking about like dozens and dozens of videos, lifetime updates, 20 hours plus of content, and it's just going to keep on growing. And it's endorsed by D5. I mean, they know the quality I put out there. But really for me and for you guys, this is like, again, I keep talking about like my experience, but I really want you guys to be able to kind of shortcut your ArchViz journey, whether you're an architect or designer or freelancing. There's so much information I can give you to just like, I don't know, save your sanity from going through all these different headaches. So I'll be sharing like my blueprint. I'm going to be giving you all my tips and tricks. And, I want you guys to make some money from this. I think ArchViz is, I know there's a lot of like drama with like AI potentially stealing our jobs, but I feel like it's such a good freelance business. Even if you're not freelancing, just like having that ability to render as a designer is huge. So we'll talk about that. But next week basically kicks off like Founders Week. I'm going to be giving you guys a bunch of early access bonuses if you sign up. I've got what I call the freelance starter kit. And this is like my project management guides, like literally how I run my freelance business through Notion, email templates I use so people will respond to me and I can get work. Website templates. So like if you want to create a portfolio, I've got something for you and you could just load it up, or you can create a one pager in InDesign. That's all there. We're giving you some 3D models, and I'll do a little workshop on business in ArchViz. We'll talk a little bit about pricing and like how you actually get clients, who clients should be, great stuff. And again, this is like all free when you sign up. So if you're curious, like who's this targeted for? It's architects, designers, 3D artists, freelancers, students, like literally anyone interested in 3D rendering. This is for you. If you care about D5 render, this is for you. Really no discrimination in terms of your background, as long as you know how to use a computer and have some ability to 3D model, this is for you. And if you don't know, I've been teaching online, probably since like 2018. That's actually when I first started. So I've got over 10,000 students through my Udemy courses. If you haven't seen those, you can check them out. One thing for anyone who ever does like online education, Udemy is kind of a bummer. I won't harp on this too long, but it's like you put all this effort into a course and they do like mediocre marketing for you, and then they take a huge cut. And so like any sale you make like $1, and it's like, well, why am I doing this for $1? It's just a little weird. It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. But anyways, just to go back to kind of why I wanted to do my own thing, so I don't have to deal with Udemy's like crappy marketing and like them just taking an insane cut. It's bad practice. I'm not a fan of it. But again, I've got this structured like a college course. And little fun fact, the college I teach at two colleges, SVA, School of Visual Arts, and the Fashion Institute of Technology. I use them. I don't want to say like a guinea pig because that sounds bad, but I literally did the ArchViz Academy for these students who have never rendered before. I use them as a test to see if this works. These were students who have never rendered before, and I literally took them from having no knowledge to being able to create renderings that actually impressed me and impressed their professors, and they all got jobs. Like, that's great. That's literally what we're doing this for. So you can make money and get jobs. That's the whole point of education, right? Like, so literally we're talking about all the foundations, materials, composition. It's all in there. And I'll do like a little deep dive in a little bit, but we'll be doing, portfolio projects, exercises. I've got a couple modules where we literally do a deep dive on one project. Like, I literally show you the process from, I get the email from the client. What do? We set up our project, we get their 3D model in, and we start rendering it, and we treat it like a real project. And it's structured in a way where like, oh, I understand how to use the interface. Oh, I can skip a video and go on to the next one. I've set it up like that. And that's another benefit of like a platform versus YouTube. YouTube, it's not great for me to do like little, 3-minute, this is part 1.2, 1.3. Doesn't work that well. This is all in one nice package. So we've got about three projects for us. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But again, if you don't know me, I've been doing this a long time. Literally have taught over 10,000 people at this point. It's crazy. D5 certified too. That's why I'm always talking about D5, and I'm on their workshops and webinars, which I'll talk about in just a moment. But really, this is about talking about 3D rendering, the AI stuff, and business. All of that, super important in ArchViz. And the most important part that I feel like is really why people join these communities is you have direct access to your peers and me. Okay? Like, I can't stress that enough. You now have a mentor. If you have a problem with a client, or you just want someone to look at an image, well, that's what you're buying with this course. You get access to me. I can review it. I give you feedback. You make beautiful images. Everybody's happy. So let's talk about the modules. You can see these are all snippets from our literal syllabus, but I take you through the beginning of like, how to use the platform, what we're talking about. We talk about the fundamentals. I get into hardware, rendering foundations, composition, how to read floor plans. Again, I'm an architect. I went to school for 5 years. Let me save you some time. You don't need to do that to learn how to read drawings. And the reason we do that is you're translating these to 3D models and making sure that it represents the design intent. So that's why we do that. Then we talk about like PBR materials, what's a good material, what's a bad material. Then we do our deep dive project with like getting started into D5. I'll show you some advanced techniques. I'll give you my organization techniques, like my file structures, my naming conventions, the decks I use for clients. We'll talk a little bit about AI, animation, Photoshop, post-production, even some Premiere. We'll do some, videos, spruce them up. And then I've got a bunch of exercises that are going to continue growing. I've got this great like mid-rise tower project that we'll do. And then we also have interior rendering exercises like kitchens, dining rooms, living rooms, all that. Then we'll talk about, presenting your work with a portfolio. Again, I'm giving you like free bonus stuff for your portfolios. And then module 14 is all about client strategy, how to win clients, how to make them happy, and how to get paid for that, right? So here's some examples of the projects we're going to be working on. We've got beautiful interiors, exteriors, and a lot of diversity in the projects. Something I learned doing the workshops with D5 is like everyone watching has got different experience, different backgrounds. Some people are just interior designers, some people are architects, some design skyscrapers, some design houses. So I've got a little bit of a mixture in there for you. And then if you don't know me, which would be weird at this point, I've been doing this a long time. I currently work at KPF. I lead the visualization efforts and AI efforts there. And I've been a professor for so long, and I create a lot of fun content. And I go to conferences all the time, and I present something cool. This is going live next week, Tuesday, which is the 11th. And to celebrate this, I'm doing a free workshop, okay? We're literally taking an ugly image and we're making it beautiful. I'll provide the files and everything. In 1 hour, I'm gonna, talk a little bit more about the Academy. It's an, Q&A session as well. So I'll give you some more information about the Academy. If you have questions, bring them there. I'll show you my workflow and how I improve renderings. And very important, if you have a rendering, email it to me, okay? At andy@archviz.academy, okay? And I'll put that on the screen here with editing magic. But send that over and we can review it together. Because again, I want to give you like a taste of what it's going to be like to be in the Academy. Like I want to give you guys feedback. I want you to be engaged. And here's the reality. If you're dealing with one issue, right? I'm sure there's someone else in the room or the audience that's dealing with the same thing. That's why it's so important to review your work with others, because we're all going through the same stuff. It's not like you have like a very unique, specific issue that only affects you. No, we're all looking at the same software. We're dealing with like the same type of work. It helps everyone. So again, this is a free workshop. So even if you don't want to join the Academy, come by, say hi. We're gonna hang out, right? And again, send me your renderings. And then the last announcement. So this is Tuesday, March 11th. Last announcements. Yeah, I've got huge face over here, right? On Thursday, we're doing a collab with D5, proper. We're doing a workshop and I'm going to show you how to render this project in 1 hour. So this is the same project we do in the Academy, but this is like the super abridged version. This is like down and dirty how I would do it. The Academy, we go through it methodically, one by one. But again, I want to give you guys a taste of what the Academy is, a little bit more about me, how I teach, and what this is all about. Because I know you guys keep hearing me talk about the Academy, but I'm excited, okay? This is like I can't stress how much time and effort has gone into this. And like little fun fact, we'll go on a tangent here, right? I had this idea like 6 years ago, and I had no idea how to pull it off. I just, in my life at that point, I was like, I've got this idea. I don't know what to do with it. And then just like 6 months ago, I was like, you know what? I feel like everything has come together. Everything's clicking. It's like, I was a professor or I still am a professor for so many years. I was doing that. My work, a lot of it is like onboarding and teaching D5 and bringing in new tech, and everything kind of aligned. And it's like, okay, the pattern in my life is like teaching people and like ArchViz, and why am I not doing more of that? So that's how this came together. So that's why I'm talking about it. It's going to be great. I'm really excited. So next week, it's all going to be about the Academy. We've got 2 workshops. Again, the one with D5 and then the one with me and whoever else joins. Again, they're both free. So come by, say hi. Share your work, please share your work. I want to mark it up. Don't worry, it's not embarrassing. We're gonna have fun. I'm literally gonna bring it up into like Figma or Photoshop and just mark it up and give you my advice on how to improve a rendering. You'd be surprised like how quick, 30 seconds worth of advice can completely change your image and make it so much better. Like this is literally a 10 to 20 minute exercise. Going through all the different settings and everything. Like once you know the direction you need to do, all this happens really quickly. And that's kind of like the beauty of real-time rendering. Like we're getting all this feedback live, right? So if there's something wrong, we can fix it and then you tweak it. That's it, right? So anyways, if you made it this far, thank you as always. Love you guys. This is great. I can't believe we're at this point, right? Very, very cool. Again, thank you for all the video ideas and the comments and just everything. And I hope to see you guys in the Academy. I think it's going to be great. Yeah, I mean, this is all based on feedback I've gotten from everyone. So I've got a good feeling about it. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments or come to one of the workshops, right? That'd be cool. And if you made it this far, please consider subscribing to the channel. Really helps me out. I don't know why I'm saying I'm just saying goodbye. But see you next time.